This story comes from the pages of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe One Last Time, issue number 4. Please support the official release. Also, if you're looking to get in superhero shape this year, follow us on Instagram at McAdeesFitness. You can shoot us a message with code SUPER, and I can send you our free 2-week superhero training plan. Here's to your superhero origin story. The next issue opens as the blanket of moonlight creeps over a familiar castle in Latveria. This castle, belonging to Dr. Doom, who we see on this Earth had gone mad. Well, madder than usual, as he was hard at work on a mysterious experiment of some kind, all while Deadpool watched on in fascination. Initially having his doubts in the good doctor's talents, Wade was gleefully proven wrong, where he soon comes across a body on a table and channeled his inner Dr. Frankenstein by shouting,
"Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!"
Doom would tell the dude to settle down, as this creation wasn't exactly alive and was very much dead. This creation being the corpse of the mighty Super-Skrull. We then get quite the lore dump from the Doctor, who reveals that on this Earth, the Skrulls were successful during the Secret Invasion storyline. Humans and heroes alike could not trust each other and ended up killing one another, resulting in the near extinction of all life. While Super-Skrull may have been dead and gone, his cells were still very much alive, cells which Doom had harvested and turned them into an injection, to give Deadpool quite the serious power upgrade. Knowing that accepting questionable needles from strangers, let alone mad doctors, was not the best idea, Alfie tried to warn Deadpool to stop, but it was already too late, as he was now injected. The doc then warned him that not even he was sure what would happen, due to Deadpool's already chaotic and cancerous chemical makeup, which was now further modified by a symbiote, gamma radiation, and the literal fires of hell. So, bro is basically a superhero Masters figure at this point. Remember those? Good times, man. Good times. Despite Alfie's pleas that he was messing with forces he did not understand, Wade ignored the young woman, where he then teleported off to hunt down his next targets. Here we are taken to a version of New York City, where we witness what appears to be the Human Torch rocketing towards Avengers Tower. While this wasn't exactly 2005 Chris Evans, it was something much hotter, as it is revealed to be Deadpool. The injection worked, and he was now fully granted with the near godly full powers of the Fantastic Four. Greeted by a welcome party which appeared to be Ultron bots of all things, Wade prepared the coolest weapon combo yet, which consisted of Magic Sword and Captain America's shield, where he then went to war with the drones, effortlessly tearing them to shreds. Wade would slice and dice his way right up to the top floor, where he'd see this world's Avengers, who were moodily dubbed the Revengers, which consisted of Arno Stark's Iron Man, who is basically an evil, nearly AI-made man, Hank Pym, who was a gross Ultron hybrid, Ares, who had been ripped in half and stitched back together, Moonstone, who for some reason was cosplaying as Miss Marvel, and Zombie Thor, of all things. Man, who called Zack Snyder's Avengers? You know what? Is it bad that I would absolutely watch that movie? The chaos would once again commence, where Deadpool would steal Thing's line and scream how it was clobbering time, where he punched Giant Man right out the skyscraper window, sending him plummeting to the earth. The wounded and rather annoyed mad scientist would stand to his feet, wondering just where Wade went, where the guy then played the most lethal round of peekaboo yet by using one of Invisible Woman's force fields to pop the man's head like a zit. With the remaining Revengers seeming confused as to just who this guy was, Deadpool calmly introduced himself, where he then activated all of his new powers at once, saying they would be screaming his name as he messed them up. "Oh, Ryan Reynolds, I didn't know you were such a dog." Sending Ares to the Earth, the god of war would proclaim he would not be beaten, where within the same breath, he would get blown apart by another force field. Miss Marvel would scream out to the team saying they needed to take this guy out fast, where we see her fire a deadly wave of energy at the Merc, who of course spammed more force fields to block them, where he took advantage of this opening to toss Cap's shield right at the woman. She would then laugh off this attack, saying that she could become intangible, where she'd get completely mogged by Wade, as not even her powers were enough to resist the might of hell, as he then wrapped her in the chains of vengeance, where he then held her long enough for the shield to return to its owner, but not before tearing the woman completely in half. This would leave the last man standing to be Zombie Thor, who vowed to be the one to kill Deadpool, where he tossed Mjolnir at him, where the Merc was able to use Reed's stretchy powers to dodge. Seeing that this Thor and his friends weren't exactly the most honorable group of heroes around, this then gave the assassin an idea. Just as an experiment, he'd grab the thrown hammer to see if he was worthy, where indeed he was, now blessed with the full powers of Thor. He'd immediately use the hammer to Shao Kahn the zombie thunder god, knocking his head off, thus eliminating this world's Avengers. Remarking that it felt pretty sweet to hold the hammer, Deadpool was rather surprised at what happened next, where instead of being met with the horror and disgust of the onlooking citizens, he was greeted with the thunderous sound of applause and cheers. Turns out that these Revengers were quite the scumbags, and the people of this earth were overjoyed to have them gone, and saw Wade as the true hero that they never had. However, the battle would not be quite over yet, where the streets would erupt in flame as Iron Man would emerge, firing upon any innocents in his path. Without thinking, Deadpool would leap into the fray, and use Cap's shield to protect a young boy from debris, where he would thank the man and saw him as a true hero too. Iron Man would then get cocky with the man and tell him that he had enough firepower to take him down, where he'd go to eat those words as Wade would tap into his full power once more, which was a now venomized Thor Fantastic Four monster with a glowing magic soul sword. Seeing that he just encountered the Elden Ring boss to end all Elden Ring bosses, Iron Man rocketed to the heavens to flee, only for Deadpool to wait until just the right moment, where he used Thor's hammer to blast the man with a lethal bolt of lightning, cooking him in his own suit. After the battle, Wade would return to Latveria, still glowing with godlike energy. Doom would ask him how things went, where Wade would shrug and tell him that it worked like a charm. But he's not here to gloat. He is here for one last request. Doom hands over a regulator. His mysterious side project was now complete. Alfie begs him to reconsider. She sees where this is going. But Wade knows that there is no fixing him. No redemption waiting on the other side. Only purpose. Wade then tells Doom that their alliance is over. The good doctor assumes that he will be killed as well. That Wade will remove his name from the multiverse's list of monsters. But Deadpool shakes his head and tells the man that his name is not on the list. And with that, he teleports away. Deadpool's journey is almost over. He's going to cut the head off the snake. He's going to face the being behind all of this, behind the madness, the death, the unraveling of the multiverse, straight to Flux Paradoxica.